Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been quite a while. I missed you guys. If you're new here, hi, hello. My name is Ash. I am a video game slash Nintendo lover at heart, and I really just enjoy talking about and playing Nintendo games and just all things Nintendo Switch, basically. But if you are not new here, you know that I have not posted on this channel for a long time. I have not streamed, I have not posted any sort of content in quite a while because last year was just a lot of changes happened in my life last year, and it was just very stressful, and so I kind of put content creation to the side and did it every once in a while, but it was not very consistent at all. And I'm kind of using this new year as a way to relaunch my content creation journey. I haven't streamed in a long time, I haven't posted a video in a long time, haven't really done anything in a while, so I'm kind of hoping that this new year can bring in a lot more content creation for me. But besides that, we just had Christmas and then we moved into the new year, and I'm sure a lot of you either have one of these Nintendo Switches or have gotten one for Christmas or gotten some sort of gift card. Even if not, I still would love to talk to you guys about some of the games on the New Year's sale for the Nintendo Switch. They have a ton of games that are on sale, so first party games all the way to indies. A lot of these games are very good, and I want to go through and talk to you about the ones I would recommend or the ones that I'm getting for myself and why. So this Nintendo eShop sale goes from January 5th all the way until January 15th at 11:59 Pacific time. So if you see any games on this list that you are interested in, you have kind of 10 days to pick up one of them before they are no longer on sale. We do not see Nintendo first party games on sale very often at all. But there are quite a few Nintendo first-party games that are on sale for this New Year's sale. One of the first games I would recommend from the sale that is a Nintendo first-party game is Paper Mario and the Origami King. It is 30% off, and that rings it in at $41.99 in US dollars. This game is relatively new, and I've heard a lot of good things about this game compared to previous Paper Mario games. It still has some flaws, but it's overall still a very good experience. I really like the art style. I think that it is very cute. It's very Nintendo-esque. This is one that I'm definitely considering picking up because I'm not a huge Paper Mario fan. I kind of want to try this one. This is one that I'm definitely thinking about purchasing for myself because I've kind of been eyeing it for a while and was reading a lot of reviews and watching a lot of stuff about this game, but I couldn't bring myself to spend the $60. But again, $41.99 is very good for a Nintendo first-party game, especially a Mario game. The next game, this is one of the ones that I think I will recommend the most from this list of Nintendo first-party games, is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. It is also 30% off and is $41.99. This is one of the very, very, very few Zelda games on the Nintendo Switch. There is not very many at all. We have Link's Awakening, Skyward Sword, and then Breath of the Wild, and that's really it, except for Ocarina of Time if you have the expansion pass to the Nintendo Switch Online stuff. I loved this game. This is the first time that I was playing it. I never played the original, so it is a remake. It has a very, very, very cute art style that I really enjoyed. It has a very fun story, it has traditional dungeons, and it has pretty easy but fun mechanics and gameplay. I really did enjoy it. It wasn't the hardest Zelda game that ever was, but it definitely had some challenges. I had to kind of get some hints from friends or Google on a couple of spots that I got stuck on, but overall it was pretty easy gameplay wise, and I thought that it was very cute. However, it is a remake, so you kind of have to take that into consideration, which I don't know if I would recommend this game at $60, but again, 30% off is definitely something that I would consider. I did get this game at full price, but we don't see Zelda games on sale very often at all, especially on the Switch, so I would take advantage of this if this is a game that you are eyeing or it looks like something you'd be interested in. It is Very cute, very fun. I enjoyed it. The only issue that I had with the game was sometimes when you exit buildings or houses or whatever, there's a little bit of like a lag spike, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay that much. It's just kind of an annoyance. Overall, a very good game. I loved it. I 10 out of 10 would recommend, would play again. Very cute, very fun. I think you would like it. Then there's a couple other games that are Nintendo first party games that I personally, not for me, but this might be somebody else's favorite type of game. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about them because, again, Nintendo first party games, I just want to cover all of them. But the other games on this list are just kind of skipping over some games and just talking about my favorites. But I'm kind of going over all of the Nintendo first party ones. Another game that is a Nintendo first party game that is on sale is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This game is very cute. It is 30% off. It's $27.99, and it's kind of a puzzly game where you play as Toad and you walk around these little worlds and try to collect things. Again, it is kind of like a little puzzly game. It's very cute. I like the art style. I again am not super interested in this game, but I think at $27.99 it's really not that bad. It is a port, so again you have to take that into consideration, but I think it would be fun to play multiplayer or like just very casually. I've watched a lot of people play this game with a friend or a partner, and it's very cute, and I think it would be fun to play with another person, but maybe not necessarily alone. But again, I just wanted to mention it because it is a Nintendo first party game. Another Nintendo first party game that I'm not super interested in is Fire Emblem Warriors. If you are a fan of Warriors games and or the Fire Emblem series, this is probably right up your alley. It is 30% off again, $41.99. I'm not a huge Fire Emblem lover. It's not my cup of tea necessarily, but they are very good games, especially if that's something that you are into. And I'm also not a huge fan of warrior games, so this is definitely not for me, but just wanted to mention it. It is on sale. Definitely something that you might want to look into if you are a fan of Fire Emblem or Warriors games. That's kind of it for the actual Nintendo games, but there are a lot of non-Nintendo games on sale. First up is Skyrim. If you have not played Skyrim, definitely recommend. It is very fun. It is currently 50% off. It's $29.99 or $34.99 depending on the version that you pick up. But personally, I got this game on a better sale years ago, but surprisingly, it runs very well on Nintendo Switch. It's a very fun open world game. It has some Zelda tidbits in there, but I think this game is very fun. You can definitely play it on a different console, on PC, and it will look and run a lot better, but on Switch, I think it looks very good. It doesn't look bad per se, but it can definitely look a lot better on other consoles. I've seen it on better sales, but if this is something you're eyeing and you want a very long and fun open world game that you can take on the go with you, I would honestly recommend this game. I love playing games like that, especially games that are super big, super long. I love being able to dock it, play it on my TV, take it with me. Like, that's one of my favorite things about the Switch is the just being able to take games on the go with me. So I definitely recommend this game. But if you want to hold off and wait for a better sale, it's also an option. But I just wanted to throw this in here because it is definitely a game that I would recommend. Another game that I am kind of interested in, I'm not sure if I will pick this one up, but I, again, just thought I would throw it in here because I've heard pretty good things, is the Sonic Frontiers game. It is basically an open world Sonic game. It is 30% off at $41.99. It is very new. It just came out like a few months ago. It just came out last year. It's so weird calling 2022 last year, but it did come out last year, towards the end of the year. It looks good. I haven't seen very many sales on this game at all. If you were gonna go ahead and pick up this game, you might as well get it 30% off. It's on my list, but I'm not sure if I will necessarily pick it up on this sale, but I'm interested. I'm eyeing it. And Disney Dreamlight Valley is on this sale. Another game that I It's on my list. It's on my list of games that I really want to buy. This game is, again, fairly new. I think it came out in September of last year. It is 25% off. It's $22.49. And if you like Stardew Valley, if you like Animal Crossing, if you like Disney, this game will be right up your alley. There are so many character customizations that you can do in this game. There's so many Disney characters in this game. It looks very good. It is very cute, very cozy. I've watched so many people play this game. There's so much to it. They are still adding content to it. The only thing that I would say that would make me not want to recommend this game is that this game will be free to play at some point. I think this year, like later in the year, I believe that this game will be free to play, but this game is very good. It is very fun, and I'm not sure if I can wait until it is free to play this game. It's originally $30, so, you know, getting a few dollars off isn't a bad idea. We love sales. So this is one that I'm also considering picking up just because I really want to play it, and I've watched so many people play it, and it has me hooked, and I've been trying to hold off because I would love to just be able to play it for free, but I don't know. This sale just makes me want to pick it up. This would not be bad to pick up at all, especially if you are a cozy gamer like me. Okay, moving on to indies. This is my biggest section of games I would recommend. I love indies. The Nintendo Switch is an indie machine. They almost always run great. There's so many of them to choose from on Switch, and they run great. They look great. They're so fun to take on the go, and Nintendo also does a pretty good job of having these games on sale. And these are some of the best sales I've seen for some of these games. Some of these games are my absolute favorites, and some of these are on my I am absolutely going to buy list. So starting off is Stardew Valley. If you have not heard of Stardew Valley, let me just stop you in your tracks. Do you live under a rock? I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. Stardew Valley is 33% off. It is $9.99. Amazing, show-stopping, never been done before. I love this game. This is one of my favorite games. When I had just gotten into high school, I was kind of in a gaming slump. I wasn't really playing anything. I wasn't really interested in video games at all. But I found this game on Tumblr. Like, so instead of playing video games, I was spending my time on Tumblr, obviously. But I kept seeing this game and seeing so many people talk about it, so many people posting about it. I could not escape this game. I was seeing it everywhere. This game, I was like, okay, I gotta play it. Everybody's talking about it. So I picked it up. I played it on my little MacBook Air that could barely run this game. I bought it at full price. And let me tell you, this game brought me back into gaming. This game is like just amazing. I had never played a game like this before. This game relaunched me into my love for video games, and honestly, it brought me to where I am today, and it's just so good. There's just so much to this game. It's not just a farming game. There's combat. You can romance people. There is mystery. It has such an interesting and fun just world. There is so much to do. There's hundreds of hours of gameplay in this game. It is one of the best gaming experiences I have ever had in my entire life. Like, this is one of my favorite games. It's just so good. It's just so good. And they are still supporting this game, still bringing updates to the game, adding new stuff. It's amazing. I could talk about it for days, weeks, months. It's so good. I love picking up this game, starting a new farm, going back to my original farm that is huge. There's different paths you can take, different people you can romance. It's just so interesting. I love this game. I love this game. I highly recommend. If you were going to get any game on this list, Stardew Valley is the one that you should 100% pick up. And that's all I got to say about this game, because I got to cut myself off or I will keep talking about it. Next up on the indie list is Hollow Knight. It is 50% off at $7.50, which is a steal to me because, again, there's just so much gameplay, so many hours you can sink into this game. For $7.50, it's just a steal. It's a must grab if you are interested in Metroidvania games. It is very beautiful. I love the 2D art style. It has like a very dark and pretty art style. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, you'll see it in these videos, but it is just, it's beautiful and it looks great on Switch. It runs great on Switch. It's a very interesting story. There's multiple endings you can get. It is very challenging, I do have to say. This is one of the first games I picked up on my Switch when I got it. One of the first indie games I grabbed on Switch anyway. It was very difficult for me to get into it first. The first time I played it, I put maybe an hour into and I put it down and I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot play this game. Then a few months later, picked it back up and I was determined to play it. And I kind of got over this hump of it being hard and not really understanding it. And then it like hooked me. It might be hard to get into at first, but it is definitely worth it. And right after I finished this, they announced a sequel. The sequel is called Silksong and it is coming out in 2023. So, you know, here's a perfect time. You grab the first one at $7.50. You prepare for the sequel. And then when the sequel comes out, you're ready to pick it up and play it. If you're interested in this type of game, definitely pick this up. I have a few more games on the indies list. Another one of them being Cadence of Hyrule: Crypt of the Necrodancer. It is 30% off at $27.98. This game is very, very interesting. I have not seen many games do this. I love this concept. It's so interesting. It is a randomly generated rhythm action adventure game. This game is so crazy to me. You have music and all of the enemies have a pattern and you and the enemies move to the beat of the music. And there is an original one, but this is the one that they made that's Zelda-fied, basically, which I think is very interesting because barely anybody gets the chance to take a Nintendo franchise and create their own game with it. So it is Zelda characters, Zelda music, Zelda baddies, and it's just very interesting. And it's definitely on my want to play list. And I just think this game is so unique, so interesting, very fun, and I think a lot of you would love it. Another game that is on my want to buy list is Ori and the Blind Forest. It is 62% off at $7.49. It's a platformer, an action platformer. It is very, very beautiful. One of the most beautiful platformers I've seen, and it has been on my want to buy list for so long, and I think I'm finally gonna pick it up. It's on a very big sale and I have not seen it this cheap in a while, so I think I'm finally just gonna go ahead and pick it up, and it can be a nice little, wind down bed game for me. But yeah, it's very pretty. I've heard it has a very good story. It's kind of sad, but a lot of people love this game, and it also has a sequel. And I've just been wanting to play this game forever. I've watched a lot of people kind of play it, and I just haven't gotten around to it, but I really want to pick this game up at 62% off. Seems like a great sale, and so I think I'm definitely going to grab it. Oh my god. And another game that is on sale that so many games I love are on this sale. The game Celeste is, I think, one of my all-time favorite games. Something about this game, it just hit me right in the heart. Celeste is on sale. It is 75% off, making it $4.99 down from $19.99. So this game is $5 compared to $20. Again, one of the best Nintendo Switch experiences I have had since getting my Switch. This game is beautiful, has a wonderful story. It's such a heartwarming and real and raw story. It is a platformer. It is a little bit difficult, challenging in some spots, but the game is honestly very forgiving. It can be pretty easier or very challenging depending on if you want to try to 100% it, try to get all the strawberries, try to get all the different cassettes and the different sides. So it really can be as easy or as hard as you want it to be. But man, this game is one of my all-time favorite games, I think, on Switch. I spent a lot of time playing this game and I really, really, really enjoyed it. This is definitely one that I would recommend. I think the top 3 games I would recommend is Stardew Valley, Celeste, and Hollow Knight. So if you do not have one of these 3 games, definitely at least put it on your wish list. Definitely consider it because these are some of the best indie games that I have played on Switch thus far and would 100% recommend them. Lastly, on my indies list, This game, I think this is a 100% pickup for me. If there's any of these games on my want to buy list, I think this is the one that I would prioritize the most. I think I'm definitely going to grab it, and I'm very excited to play this game. This game is called Tunic. It just came out in March of last year, and it was brought to the Nintendo Switch in September. It's only 10% off, which it makes it $26.99, but I want to play this game so bad. It's so cute. It's a Zelda-esque game, and you play as a little fox, and it's an isometric action adventure game. It is so cute. It looks so cute. And you're just a little fox. You're just a little guy. You're walking around with your little sword and shield, and you're just fighting baddies. And it's so cute. I have had my eye on this game since it came out. I haven't seen it on sale at all. I mean, I check pretty often when Nintendo has sales, and I have not seen this game on sale at all. And if it has been, I must have missed it. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and grab this because I have been eyeing this game so hard since it came out. And I mean, 10% off is better than paying full price. So I'm definitely going to grab it. And I think if any of you like Zelda games, especially if Link's Awakening looks interesting to you, I think Tunic would 100% be something that you would be interested in. But anyway, those are all the games that are on the Nintendo New Year sale that I would recommend anybody pick up. There are a lot of good ones. There's still more on the sale that I did not get to talk about or go over because, again, I just have a limited amount of time, and these are the games that I would recommend the most over the others. But again, definitely go head over to the Nintendo eShop or go over to the Nintendo's website and look through all the games on sale. I'll kind of run through them here so you can see them all, but you know, there are tons of games. Definitely look into it if you are a new Nintendo Switch owner or just are looking for a new game to play. There are a lot of good ones on there, and the eShop has sales all the time, but I love the ones that Nintendo promotes themselves, and they have a very large sale of a very good collection of games. So I definitely wanted to go over this before it ends on the 15th of January. So go out there, grab some new games, play them, come back to the comments and let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you picked up. But, you know, like this video if you are interested in this Nintendo New Year's sale, or leave a comment telling me what games you are going to get or what games you recommend from this sale. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I will see you next week with another video, and if you want to find me on any other social media, it's linked down below. You know where to find me. I'm fearosaur on everything, on all social media. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.